Folks, good morning, good afternoon, Sat Sri Akal. I start today, distressing news, distressing front page headlines. You must have all seen that. I've been saying that for a couple of days, 2-3 days about Manipur. This is what a double engine Sarkar does, because the ethos and the party karyakartas at the center, they have their own agenda. Manipur had its own agenda, and what should have been a done deal was a state that had come out of a lot of issues and violence, was looked kind of stable, but I guess it was on the surface. And this is what happens when you let the monster in, right? Which is the BJP, right? Immediately it's gone from tribal, non-tribal to essentially communal. That's Christians, because tribals are all Christians, and you have Meithis who are Hindus. So it's all basically gone to that level now. So what we have is essentially something that we have to really take note of, and I'll talk about that a little, but a little readout from a friend of mine. Corruption is both financial as well as moral. Media today has many debates on corruption each day. The panelists are going all guns blaring about corruption. These debates have a generous sprinkling of names and numbers. Neither the moderator nor the panelists speak of moral corruption. Turning a blind eye, aiding and abetting, discrimination, appeasement, introduction of alien concepts, replacing traditional ways, etc., are just a few. If each Indian were to respond to the question, have you at any time resorted to financial or moral corruption? The answer to that will lead you to why we are where we are as a country, and why these media debates replace real news. They have replaced all near news, and this particular government is essentially thriving on that. And what do you have? That curfew in Manipur after rally against ST status turns violent. Shoot at site order as quota plan roils Manipur. 9,000 people evacuated amid clashes, and apparently the language used by the center, that we are pleased to inform you that the governor has given shoot at site orders to your own citizens, right? And he's pleased to inform us all. Really fantastic, right? 9,000 evacuated as clashes and arson rock Manipur. And as Congress has rightly put it, Manipur is reality of BJP's double engine government Congress. It's the contradictions between the thought process of the people of Manipur and that of Nagpur driven RSS and BJP. And this is going to happen in Nagaland, because I just read a replay on Instagram where a Meithi is basically saying, we are now got the cookies, watch out, Nagas, you are next. So is Nagaland going to stand for it? It's all about the hills. The hills belong to the Nagas, they don't belong to the Meithis, right? So we are headed towards trouble. All this border, we've done this border and that border, that's all Sarna's game. And Sarna, because he's Modi washed, has a lot of skeletons in the closet. Fog and land. This happened. Wrestlers say they'll return all medals. Cops deny use of force, which is the biggest lie of them all, because this Delhi police has become a brute force. You actually see the Manuwad there, and I'm surprised that men of the forces and the women of the forces should at least have some decency, right? How you handle this, right? You can't handle as if you were in the Raj. This police looks like we are being thrown back to the era of the Raj, where the police were brutal to the citizens of this country. And it's exactly what's happening, right? The color just seems to have changed from white to somebody from Gujarat, right? Unbelievable. And I actually also blame the police leadership. I know they eventually have to listen to the Aka, but the police leadership has to have some guts and glory, has to have some lines, right? Lines have been totally blurred, right? But here's the good news. Like I'm telling you, the winds are changing. And look at this. Congress sweeps elections in Shimla civic body. Congress wrests Shimla civic body from BJP, wins 24 of the 34 seats. And the 24 seats, they won large margins. And the 9 that these guys won, narrow margins. But remember, this is civic. This is a Hindu city. This is civic, urban. And this is what happens. This is what happens, right? That's the truth, folks. Is this battle on the coming elections turning into people versus the Maharaja or the Raja? Is this the Praja revolting? Let's see. Results from Karnataka will tell us. But good news from this High Court. SC quashes, the Supreme Court, SC quashes pleas challenging Kanamurzi's 2019 election to LS. One more for Congress and its alliance, right? This is going to be a tough one. Patna High Court halts caste survey in Bihar. I am actually all for the caste survey because it's about time the caste survey was done. Because I also don't think that the goods and services, the wealth is being distributed the way it should be, right? And that's because, and for BJP, this is a nail in the coffin, because all of a sudden this umbrella that they falsely created, delusionally, creating an illusion rather of this one big Hindu parivar, doesn't show all the fights that are going on between, doesn't show how the SCs are treated, doesn't show how the STs are treated, doesn't show how the OBCs are treated, and it doesn't show that the fact, and it tells you from the way the percentage of secretaries that are OBCs or Dalits or judges, High Court judges, Supreme Court judges, lecturers, it tells you in all those spaces. I mean, guys sitting in DEF call in South Delhi say, but what is that? Is that the word they use? It should be all about merit. But you can't really have merit if you've not even extended the effort to educate them at the lowest level. And this has been our biggest bane, right? And that's why population actually is going to become an albatross around our neck rather than an asset like it became in all Southeast Asian countries and in China, right? But here is, folks, continues to good game. Maharashtra is very critical for 2024, right? Final decision after panel meets Pawar. By quitting, Pawar exposed fence sitters within NCP, says Samna. After Pawar made those comments in his books about Uddhav Thackeray and his control over his flock, Samna is hit back kind of, and they're right. Because this is exactly what Bal Thackeray did when he wanted to a sideline Raj Thackeray and the fight was on for his seat, right? And this is how he got Uddhav in. And maybe this is what Pawar is doing for between Supriya and Ajit. He's shown that the people are with him, right? The NCP cadre is with him. Succession episode 1. All eyes on NCP meet today. Pawar to decide on his resignations in 1 to 2 days, right? But this is where the cat's out of the bag. MVA intact, no threat to its existence, says Uddhav, Patole and Patil. And that probably is the reality. That's where we're going to head up. And no way Jose is NCP with the kind of following he has from the Muslim, the minority community, is he going to go with the BJP? He's just playing this game. Anyway, my heart goes out to Manipur, all the people of Manipur, all the migrants of Manipur who are in all over this country, who are holding it on their shoulders in our services. I mean, bulk of the people in services and retail and in airlines, you see them all a lot of them from Manipur. Similarly, my heart goes out to their families there. It's kind of tragic to see this happen in a country where we are being told that, Northeast is now all taken care of. It never was. Because the way to take care of it was, you always knew there was a method in the madness of what Congress did. And that's the only way you're going to hold this country together, is to enjoy its diversity and let it flourish. 3 cheers and cheer. And please say a prayer for our wrestlers. And also just remember, the cups, the villagers are out there and gathering steam and putting their shoulder to the score. It's going to be another Kisan Andolan coming up, folks. Beware. Ides of, not March anymore, Ides of June, Ides of July, Ides of May. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.